How is everybody going? I'm just lacking with lack. Lack attack. I just thought we'd make some customs or something. I don't know. I'm just chillaxing, relaxing, acting all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. Let me turn this so we can get a little more. Nobody's here because I didn't. Oh, what's up? How are you, bro? I am good. I'm just fucking checking. I'm just testing out the live thing. I'm not doing anything important. I'm making some customs. I'd say the light is a little bit shiny. Yeah, see. So I'm just making some customs, doing a little shit. Oh, Lobot, how are you, sir? How are you, sir? That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope you guys are doing good. Let me see. Awesome. I'm still learning how to do this, right? And I'm only on one phone. I'm a desktop will go here eventually. Dig it? So, but yeah, we're just fucking around. If I don't catch you in the chat, please forgive me. I'm just lacking around with lack. We're gonna put this leg on this guy. I decided I should probably be doing some customs on what we call film now. So yeah, dig it. This is the bottom half of Power of the Force 2 Lando. Oh, thanks, brother. Thanks, brother. Hey, if I miss you in the chat, no, I'm working off one device, so, you know, everyone in there. I'm not even really looking at the chats, right? I need to make someone a moderator, but I don't know how to do that yet. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, dig it. So this is the Power of the Force 2 General Lando top half here, right? That I separated and put on the Lak Sivrak bottom so I wouldn't have to make these fucking reverb dog legs. Which left me with the light blue. No problems. Right on. You cracked me up. I cracked myself up too. I was watching something the other day and I forgot I was watching myself and I said, what'd that dumb motherfucker say? And then I thought, holy shit, I hope nobody else caught that. What were we talking about? Oh, yes. So look, this is a cool, not abdomen, what is this? Torso. Because of this belt, Power of the Force 2. It's blue colored, right? I don't paint. But these Isha-Tib legs, Isha-Tib, am I saying that right? You know who I'm talking about. The parrot mouth guy who wears this. His legs are pretty close to the same color, right? But look, you can't get you see the issue. Usually you can just trim this and work this in, right? But this overhang on this fucking belt does not allow it to go in there. I will show you how to mod someone later. Yes, do that. I'm not important enough maybe for trolls. I don't think. Okay, so look. Let's see. I'm going to work about right here. So look, I'm going to move this down. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Because I think the cool point of any of this... Let me take off my hat, too, because... my head was cool. The point to any of these videos is to show fucking what we're doing here. And I want to do it where y'all can see it too, right? So I'm going to trim this knob down not quite to this lower, diameter. Alright, so I'm going to try and keep it on camera too, man. I need to get like a GoPro. Can y'all see that? I'm asking like I can hear you talking, but I can't. But look, we're just going to run it around like this. And it doesn't have to be straight. You know? You can really whack off like one side and then wedge it in there, but I just don't like doing that. I would much rather take the opportunity to cut my fucking finger like this. And I try to use a rusty blade, preferably soaked in urine. You know, because if you cut yourself with that blade, boy, you'll learn to never cut yourself again. Okay, so... can y'all see that kind of? I have a little bit of a taper going on here, which is fine. I got to get it in there. I really don't feel like anything y'all are seeing are in focus. All, you know, but my bad. Now, usually that taper like that works. But I've already figured out on that first leg that you still can't get by. So I'm going to take it down to the taper, and then I'm going to come in. See, I did it at this taper like that, and that's just to get material off and not, you know, don't do it all at once. Now I can come in and cut over, see, to the thing. Now I'm not going to go all the way around it because I don't want it to be loose. If it's loose, I don't have that plastics. What's that guy use? I can't remember what that. I don't have any of that, which obviously works pretty good. I've never used it. I guess it works good. I just trust the fucking dude who said that. But look, this hip is too tall, right? It will not go in there underneath this belt. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hello. Please forgive me if I don't catch you in the chat. I'm working off one device, and I'm just doing this for the halibut. That's an Alaska joke, for the halibut. We're about to put this Isha Tib leg on this General Lando Calrissian torso. Is that how you say that? I guess it doesn't matter. You know, potato, potato, Han, or Han. What the fuck? It depends on your clan. Like my brother. My brother. Dark, what's happening? Baz. The Bazzer. It's so cool. How you doing, brother? Forgive me if I missed anybody in the chat. I'm working off one device. Sorry if I just yelled really loud. I got this new mic. How you like that? Check it, though. We're about to cut the top of this hip off so it fits in here, all right? So pause for the cause. Smoke them if you got them. Let me look at this leg real quick because I did this one, right? So I'm just trying to make sure I don't cut too much. I'm good. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm very glad. All right, let me see. If you can't see exactly what I'm about to do, it's fine. Because look here, with this is the leg, right? The hip outside. This is the outside. So you, you know, you gotta make your cuts with the contour, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm saying I want to go from the front of the leg to the back of the leg, and I want to go like this. Now, this motherfucker's going to take off a lot of material. I know that already. So I'm going to go from the back of the leg to the front of the leg. I'm going to give us a nice little... We can see what you're doing. Sweet. I'm glad somebody can, because you know what? This is Nike, baby. Just do it. So we're going to take about that much off. Now we're going to come in. We're going to come in and see how the hip is at this angle. Okay, we want to go ahead. It'll save us time and energy shaping if we cut at that angle, right? Don't cut like that. Don't cut at this angle, right? See, I'm not trying to... Just like if you're shaving your face. I guess that's a fairly good analogy, right? Now we're going to take the side up too close to the middle. Dig it? Then we're going to take the other side... And see, this one, we're going to change the angle of the blade the opposite direction. We're going to take this one up. We're going to take this one up this way. Does that make sense? And we're going to do this side. Okay. And now I'm just running around. Less is more. Now, the only reason I'm kind of attacking this in any sort of what looks like haphazardly is I haphazardly did the other leg already. Dig it? So, like that initial cut where I came in and like whacked the top off, the first leg was not fucking like that, right? The first leg was a painstaking little bit at a time. I'm almost at 150. Yeah, hey, the 100 sub giveaway. The 100 sub giveaway. Let's see, I don't have the thing here. We're going to have that real soon. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but I have a Lak Sivrak figure. And a, Microphone down. Microphone down. Sorry, fellas and ladies. We have a first prize Lak Sivrak figure and the Shadows of the Empire comic. Oh, what's the name of that one? Light duty? Heavy duty. Some kind of duty. But, you know. But yeah, we'll have that. I think I want to make a wheel out of plywood. I'm going to need chainmail gloves, pretty sure. Oh, really? They make that. You can get a chainmail glove at the fishing store. Or I don't know what you call it, you know, but like where you're from. Let's see. You're across the pond, right? Go to the seafood district, you know. Go to where the boat people are. And there's a guy there who's filleting fish, and he has a chainmail glove. So yeah, you can buy those. That's a fucking thing. You don't even have to know like a medieval. You know, you don't have to date a girl who's into the Ren Fair or anything to get that. You can buy that at the store. I'm glad you reminded me. I forgot what we were doing. This is pretty much what Lak does on his off time, you know. I do other things that I can't talk about. Not that they're illegal. They're just maybe distasteful. I don't know. No, I don't know. But I'm glad. Yes, chainmail glove. Do that. You have to go ahead and cut yourself a bunch of times. You know, because then you get that callus. You know what I mean? It's just like a wrestler's cauliflower ear. I always wanted a cauliflower ear when I was a kid, and man, I wrestled and got into fights and all that, and I never got one. And I always thought, wow, what kind of... I'm just checking it now. Sorry, I'm out of frame there. You know, what kind of fucking shit do you have to do to cut a cauliflower ear is what I started thinking, you know? Because, like, yo, collecting with cool. I was in the middle of talking with you, and I was kind of bullshitting with Mark, and I just, on a whim, said, fuck this, I'm going live. And I actually, to myself, said, you know, I should probably get a hold of some of my buddies and say, hey, if I don't talk to you. But I don't ever want to think I'm advertising, you know? I'm not into that. You know where I am if you want to fucking find me. And you're subscribed to me, or you're not. And so if you're subscribed to me and I drop something, you either will see it or you don't, right? So that's why you may not see me dropping fucking everything in messages. Now, if I do send you something, I feel like in some weird way it pertains to you. Oh no, is Mark building Lego? Oh no, I hate to, man, somebody tell Mark that I didn't know. I told myself, oh, I should see if anybody's going live because I don't want to, because I'm just fucking off. I am killing this action figure. I'm trying to get this Isha Tib leg on here. Hey, there's 5 people watching. Let me ask everybody a question. Don't forget to hit that like button. There you go. Are you live too? Cool. Shit. Well, you guys who are live with desktops, I'm working off one thing here. Let me ask you guys a question. I got 5 people in here. I don't know if y'all have seen my custom Salacious pilot. All right. Now, the main point I did, hey, Lak Attack. Hey, Tunnel. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Long time no speak. Oh, yours is members only. I'm not invited. That is Ace. Hey, thank you. Lak Attack. Hey, Dylan. That's my buddy Dylan. How you doing, brother? Everybody, man, Dylan's cool cat. Go to demonsrow.com. Do I have that right? Yeah, .com, right? Anyway, quick question. So look, this could be a 6-inch scaled action figure, right? I mean, it could be. This could be a 6-inch scaled Salacious. He's not I mean, this is a trim Salacious. I have a tail to put on him, but nobody's photoed him from the back, so nobody knows that. So, should we keep this like a 6-inch scale version of this pilot? Or should we chop the legs off and make him short? I'm just standing him up next to, hello, Rolando. Yes. I would make you a mod right now if I knew how to do it, but I don't. But hey, 8 people here, that's cool. So look, this Salacious, do I leave him the way he is and display him with 6-inch scaled action figures? right? Or do I cut his legs off and go ahead and make him scaled to, 3 3/4 inch? Does anybody have any thoughts on that? Opinions? I'm just throwing it out there. Because I was sitting here actually thinking about, well, shit, man, what should happen with this? So, y'all think about that. Can you see that? Wow, I'm at 5 likes. That's so cool. That is so cool. I understand why people dig this internet thing. 3.75 for me. Okay, I dig that, Lobot. Yeah, 3.75 for the win. I dig that. I guess the 6-inch... This is really I would only display him with this, right? Because this is the only 6-inch scale pilot. Oh, I have a 6-inch scaled... what's that cat's name? Not cat. Rabbit. Jax. Hey! How you doing? Masters. How you doing? We've talked about different shit on Instagram. How you doing, brother? That's awesome. That's awesome. Again, in the chat, if I miss anybody, I'm working off my iPhone, and it is right here. And I don't have like a laptop or anything going on. But we're just making fucking customs, and now we're just bullshitting. Yeah, man, 3 3/4 inch Jackson right here. This is the Prince Caesar feet on this, whatever this dude is from the blue. That's awesome. See, this is the body from, I don't know this guy's name, but he's from the, whatever you fucking call them. They're not moved. I don't know what they are, but they make not a bad Jax. If you put the Prince Caesar Bucky O'Hare, yeah. And then I bought this head from somebody, and I don't even think they're on eBay anymore. I'm not sure. Or if they are, they don't make a 3 3/4 inch head. I think they make a 6-inch scale head. So check it out. Somebody's already asked me, where'd you get that head? I didn't make that or anything. I, on a whim one day, said, what did I do? Oh, I saw a Jackson figure somebody made online. And I was like, damn, did that motherfucker buy that head, or did they make that? And then somehow, through that photo, I tracked down this motherfucker who made these. And it was like $18, which I fucking choked on. Yeah, I have the 6-inch one of him, too. He's cool, huh? I think Jax is cool. He gets a lot of hate, but I don't understand why. Like I read the comic that he's in, and like there's no, I mean, what the fuck? He puts his money where his mouth is, or he puts his foot up in somebody's foot. He's not a badass, so I don't understand why people talk shit about him. I don't get it. The Ewoks are too cuddly. Did I lose that fucking foot? The Ewoks are too cuddly. But I bet you wouldn't say that to their fucking... Thank you, brother. I bet you wouldn't say that to their fucking face, right? Alright. Did y'all see what I did with that fucking leg? This is crazy. We're getting all off. So 3.75 inch. If there's any more suggestions on cutting Salacious Pilot's feet down to making them 3.75, please let me know. Here's some earrings I made. How about that? Those are nice. I want a pet Ewok. Yeah. Yeah. Just for like company, or what? Like I always wanted a pet moose, or like a pet bear, but it was to ride it to school, or some shit like that. But the Ewok, like, I guess he'd be like a good hunting partner. Did I lose that fucking leg? Are you kidding me? I do this a lot. I got off track, you guys. I have other things to do, so if we get totally lost... Is my microphone rubbing? Is everybody... Okay, I would like to see Lak flanked by the beasts of all henchmen, a custom... Oh, yeah, yeah, I would like to find a couple Wampas, actually. I am in the market for some 3 3/4 inch Wampas. Where the fuck is that goddamn leg? I bet this guy had something to do with the disappearance of that motherfucker's leg. This sack of fucking shit. I hope everybody's having a good time, right? Because there may not be any purpose to this except just hanging out. Lacking with Lak. Lacking with Lak. Where is that leg, you sons of bitches? Not you guys. Not you guys, but god damn, I had that fucker. I had this in my hand and I had this in my hand. Should Lak, what you saying here? What the fuck is the earthworm, Jim? What is that earthworm? Oh, this thing? This is the only kind of worm thing. I don't know. You like it? This, you know what this, let's see. You obviously know this is the bottom half. See those legs? Alright, now I cut those legs off of a lot of fucking Lak figures, right? And so that's what those are. Can you see that? I don't know. Can you see that? Earthworm Jim. Is that his name? We'll call him that. He don't have a name. But do you see this motherfucker's legs and this motherfucker's head are the same? See that? And then those eyeballs aren't painted, right? I take my razor blade like little... like this, right? Like this is white and it's round, right? So if I take my little razor blade and I pretend like it's garlic, God, I'm shaking like a dog shitting a fucking peach seed. If I take that and I go like that, I can get a shape, right? And like this is not a round eye. I fucked that up. But see, that's so why I'm not painting circles, right? I'm cutting them off like you know. So that's a sliced piece of black whatever and a sliced piece of white whatever. You find the leg? No. Oh, you did? Fucking wow. Tell me. I'm gonna stand still. Wow. Little brother Andrew's the fucking bomb. Tell me where I put that fucking leg. I dare you. That would, how cool would that be? That's the purpose of Alive. There's some real-time shit going on there. You say, hey, does anybody see where I put my cup of coffee? Holy shit. Bam! Alright, sorry guys and gals. And aliens of all species. Okay, look, we're fucking close. I'm gonna stop trimming on this peg. Is this live? I don't fucking know. I forget it. This'll be the most... This is real reality TV, because Lak will maybe forget that y'all are here. You know? So I'm gonna stop trimming on this, the, you know, whatever, the fucking hip joint that goes into this hole. Last time you put it down when you're, I found it. You're so cool. That is exactly where I found it. Left side, right there. I'm gonna trim on this just a little bit more, okay? Let me get... Now look, I work at a lot of different types of fucking jobs, right? And I'm trained. I went to school for a couple different things, but look, I always get made fun of at my... Hey, what's going on, Rogue Demon? I always get made fun of when I have work at places with a bench like this, because Lak does his work on his 300-pound stomach, and I don't know if any of y'all ever had like a, you know, like a big granddad or whatever, you know, but like there's no need for a bench, right? Because we got one built in. Of course, now I'm not using it. I think the main thing about that is you want to have point. It's just like maybe shooting a gun or whatever, right? You want to have points of. What is that called? Points of anchor. Right? You know what I'm saying? So you got like both elbows down, you got your hands together on the item you're working on, right? So now, right, and now my elbow is actually turning into laying my whole forearm on my 300-pound gut. I'm just saying, like, I'm sure that there's more behind that than, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be something. You know, it can't just be like, oh yeah, fat guys have built-in workbenches. Let's see how 3 points of contact. Thank you very much. I know there's a fucking, look at that. Ooh, like a glove. Look at that. It's a good thing I stopped. With age, that's what I learned. Fucking goddamn, you got to take the time to stop. My brother Puff, who's dead now, God rest his soul, he used to always say, Puff was not his given name, but he used to always say, you got to let it settle, you know? So, hey, look, so that is the general Lando Calrissian, Power of the Force 2 torso, okay, which was, no, not torso, so, I guess that's the torso, yeah, the top of this would be the abdomen, yes, with the Isha-Tib legs on it, and that was decided, remember the original Lando would have had, he has cool pants on, right, he has the light blue pants with the white, hey, take it easy, Blue, take it easy, my brother, if you need anything, let me know, hey, any of y'all, you guys know how to get a hold of Lak. I appreciate all you guys. Hey, thank you. We're really just lacking off. We have a lot of customs. This is my first live. I'm just lacking off. But remember to like, share, and subscribe. And, sex droids and lack and roll. My OCD kicks in. Does this bother you? You know what's weird is I don't know what I have. But maybe I have like Indianitis or, whatever. There's things that I don't give a fucking shit about, and there's things that's got to be fucking top notch and tight and fucking grounded and bang bang bang. And then there's other shit that's just like, you know what I mean? This whole drool, I was thinking like, oh, I should have, dude, like you should see my reloading bench, right? My reloading bench is like compartmentalized and tick 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 and everything like that. Because that's like serious shit, Jack. That shit'll fucking blow you up and kill you, Check this out. This is why we had that bottom half. This is the Lando Calrissian top. And I thought, wow, Lak Sivrak obviously was a rebel general. And I kept telling myself, man, because see, when I make a Lak, I usually just cut off... the... See, and he has a straight leg. Because, see, I would think that no matter what dimension or whatever you live in, right, if you are some sort of wolf and you do evolve into bipedalism, right, like your leg's not going to look like that. So if my Lak has a straight leg, fuck it. Also, if you want to maintain, it's because they, oh, yeah. Oh, no, you're right. No, you're right. I'll tell you a quick story about that too. You're right. You gotta just have the love. But anyway, so this is my first Lak figure that incorporates the actual stock Lak legs, and it goes with this mostly because it's the same shade. It's the same color. I might give this a wash, and because these are different colors, shades. They're the same color, different shade, right? I think a wash might make it all look enough like the same thing. But this General Lando, not that, what this used to be, is fucking cool because he has this shoulder holster, like a tanker holster, right? Which is what I complained about with this guy. This is a general, right? And he's given to you as an action figure with no holster, and he's given you a DL-44. I don't know if anybody knows anything about military history or specifically like firearms issued to the military, and not just U.S. military, but any military, throughout the time. We all know consistently, right? Consistently, officers are issued smaller and lighter weapons, right? We all know that, right? The grunt is made to carry the full weight, full length battle rifle. As soon as you get into an officer, whether you're, non-com or you are, you have the option of carrying a smaller, lighter thing. Am I right? Can anybody back me up on that? So why does nobody, there's not a motherfucker there's nobody who works in any of these industries that knows something simple like that? My old lady just told me the other day, actually she told me just a minute ago, right? I was talking about something and she said, nobody thinks like that. And we were talking about movies. And and she said, nobody thinks like that. And I said, no, that's bullshit. I said, if you watch a movie from 1945, you can tell that people fucking know shit, and shit fucking makes sense. Because I was telling her about something, like, oh, this doesn't make sense. And she said, yeah, nobody thinks about that. And I said, no, okay, so they don't think about it now, but that doesn't make it okay. You know what I mean? Like, I hate to give you the old jump off a bridge fucking bullshit, but that's where we are. Complacency is fucking, what do you call that? Complacency is guilt. I don't remember the term, but you guys all know what I'm saying. You know, just because, I don't know, we all need to rise above, no matter what it is. You know, my favorite thing about old movies, you know, one of my favorite thing about older movies, hey, we're going to do something real quick. I lost this lack arm, or hand. So we're going to have another one. Check it out. Now look, here's a lack. And Tunnel, if you're still here, I just saw a comment from you. Tunnel, you can make sure to tell your brother, John, who I love. Here is his lack. And I don't know if he's going to open his lack, but I gave him my best card, okay? And really the best lack overall. I think this one we're going to open has a little paint spray, but it's on the body, which is fine because I'm using the head. But hey, Super John, I love you, man. You're a fucking cool dude. Everybody in this community is really nice to, maybe not everybody, but everybody I appreciate, you know. Super John, this is yours. It's in a box right here. I've not taped it up yet. You know, I don't know. You know how it is. But hey, let's open this lack. Because this lack's hand needs to be on this fucking lack. Because I'm down a lack hand. But it's okay. We'll make a fucking... do y'all want to open this? I want to open this. I like to save this for some reason. I have 45 of these, but I keep saving them. Let's find a better knife. I need to change this razor. I don't like it. I don't like it. Is there anything new that nobody's seen? Hey, here's an oldie but a goodie. This is a case knife. I love case knives. These are my favorite knives. These are made with no lock. No matter what you do, they do not lock. And no, I can't tell you how many times somebody said, hey, can I borrow your knife? And I always give somebody a knife closed. I don't know why. It's not, some people want to fight you if you give them the knife one way or the other, you know. If you have it in your pocket and you carry it like this in your pocket, you can more than likely get your thumb on it and pull it out, and you can usually do like a Zippo thing, you know, where you can get it open like that on your pants, right? But you're not going to win any knife fights like that. But if you're holding a rope in the wilderness and you want to cut a rope, that's plenty okay. This is a case knife, and the blade, what did I do? You're awesome, Lack. No, you're awesome, Baz. We should do a fucking stream together on making customs. I love doing. This has blood and guts and some hair still on it, so I obviously butchered something, put it in the freezer, and oh, I actually remember that now. It was really late at night, and this never got cleaned. So this is the one you take to a knife fight. My brother Henry, who I talk about, who is not my brother Puff, oh God, I'm shaking. Hold on. I don't know why I'm shaking. I have had a lot of coffee. Nice knife. Thanks. Yeah, case knife is the best. I mean, I love case knife. And this one, the emblem is missing. And case will fix your knife or replace it. Lifetime warranty. And I never have taken advantage of it, you know. This is about a $50 knife. It has 2 blades. This is called the Trapper. It has a round and a clip point, you know, and it has no lock, right? So it stays like that. A lot of people have cut themselves with my knife because well, actually, no. One time I told this guy, he said, hey, let me borrow your knife. So I gave him my knife. I don't know if it was this knife, but I can guarantee you it was a yellow-handled Trapper because that's my shit. I don't carry it much in the big city because, like I said, I'm not going to win a knife fight with this. But if you want to fucking skin a goddamn moose or anything, you know, fucking this is your fucking game right here, brother. So my buddy, it's okay. I'm just trying to save the back. But so my buddy says, hey, let me see your knife. I go, yeah, here you go. And I remember telling him, I say, now look, it doesn't lock, right? You think that motherfucker heard me? I don't know if he heard me or not. And I shit you not, a minute later, I was holding something. I was at the bottom of a tree holding something. I was holding a rope, or I was holding some sort of bullshit that he was standing on. I don't remember, but I was like not looking at him. I was like doing my thing, braced or something. And all of a sudden I hear that motherfucker go, yow! And he fucking just, you know what I mean? Like a fucking dying cat squeal. And I just remember laughing, and I said, oh, you fucking cut yourself, huh? So yeah, knives without locks are fucking cool, you guys. You know, when I was a kid, I remember one time I did that with my knife and I cut my fucking hand like that real bad. I collect knives. I don't have a ton. Oh yeah, I would say I collect knives. I may not collect them like consciously, if that makes sense. Like in our community here, right? Like, I don't know if anybody knows the difference between conscious collecting and unconscious collecting, but knives, you know, like I collect knives, but I don't consciously do it, you know. But yeah, when I was a kid, I cut my hand like that one time because I thought it was cool. I closed it, whack, cut a big piece of meat off. All right, so we took the Lak out. I'm gonna go ahead and leave his. This is such a bullshit blaster. Look at this fucking. Doesn't that look like a? It looks like a fucking air gun that I would take my lug nuts off with, right? Brrr, like you put a hose on that. That is bullshit. But Lak is like the... Holy fuck, do you hear that? Jesus. Lak is the only motherfucker, though, who has a vibro blade. At least like in this line, right? I think he was the first one. Lightsabers don't count. Bam. Could you imagine that fucking porn? Could you imagine that? These motherfuckers are boyfriend and girlfriend. The lovers. Wasn't me. Wasn't you what? Uh-oh, are we getting bad shit on the chat or something? Or what's going on? Everything's cool? Open it. Open it. Yeah, these guys are fucking... These guys were fucking... How crazy is that? And motherfuckers tell me I have problems, you know? Oh my God. And then like, look, you can't be attracted to anybody today because they'll tell you, I am not a fetish. And like, motherfucker, I never said that you were. You said that. Anyway, Tunnel, you know what I'm talking about, you crazy motherfucker. Let's chop this fucking Lak's hand off and put it on this Lak. Because I lost this motherfucker. Gilster knows what I'm talking about. I lost that motherfucker a month ago. Probably taking a photograph of something. Okay, so we need this hand. We need the blaster hand. This one right here. And sometimes I cut this guy's cut off. Chopping and swapping. Fucking amen, brother. Screwed, glued, and tattooed. Who, me? Yeah! Who, me? Couldn't be. Then who? What's that song? Does anybody have old-ass fucking parents? Tunnel, you have old country parents like mine. They're from a different part of the country, but they are country folk. That's why we get along, dude. That's how I have a kin. You country people, I know who you are without you even saying anything, because I know. Yeah, Kawasaki! But see, look, this guy has cool cuffs. It's really just his long handle shirt sticking out of his shirt. But you can use them as cuffs. But this fucking cool Lando has some sort of fucking smartwatch on, right? And the other hand is cut without the cuff. So that's always a good thing. When you're matching shit, you probably should check that out. Can you see anything that I'm... No. What hand am I cutting? I'm not a Lak Live. Hell yeah. How you doing, Wilhelm? Nice to see you, brother. My Power of the Force 2, brother. I'm about to cut this Lak hand off right here now. We are... Now, look, I just kind of go like halfway, right, on one side. Because if you go straight, like if you're trying... Like if this is a fucking, you know, piece of fruit that you want to make perfectly perpendicular, that ain't going to work for this. Because the line you're trying to follow is not perpendicular. Dig it? So I try to make sure to get on the edge of where I want to go. And just kind of like inch it in there halfway or less than halfway. Dig it? And then I just kind of do that on all around, and that way I know it. Now the contour of the thing when I get it will not be flat necessarily, right? Because his arm or the paint is at an angle. But when I won't have any weird cut over bleed in this paint, right? Because motherfucker, I do not paint action figures. I mean, I'm not against it. I've just never really been like properly. I can paint. I've painted houses and shit, and like I have a fucking spray gun, and I used to do a lot of camouflage with stencils on guns and different stuff. So see, look, I went all the way around mainly so there's no white. I don't want that fucking... Oh, I just heard my dog bark. Ooh, the dog don't fucking bark very often, you guys. And that was a person bark. Did you hear how it was like, boo? That was a person. If it was like a fucking cat or a possum, it would have been like... It's hard to explain, but like it would have been a different bark. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a shark. If it's a shark, I'm not worried about it, because I will fucking... I used to go down to the dock here, because people catch sharks here for fun. They don't eat them or anything. They catch them for fun to take a picture, which is crazy. I mean, if you're going to eat it, that's cool, you know? But so I used to go down there quite a bit, and I'd be like, hey, what are you going to do with that shark? And they'd say, nothing. And I'd say, let me have it. And I shipped an entire shark from Pensacola, Florida to Nenana, Alaska one time, frozen, because I didn't have time to do anything with it. My buddy gave it to me. This is when I didn't live here. I was just down here visiting, you know. But my secure the premises, yeah, well, the dog only barked once. So, and to me, it did sound like a delivery truck. So it could have been like the Amazon dude. My old lady I know is my kids are at the granny's house. My old lady is inside doing her schoolwork. And she's fucking heavily fucking armed. So, and I built a fence all the way around this place. I'm doing all I can. I put up some barbed wire, but the city came and told me I couldn't have that. I put up one little strand, well, 2 strands. I put one real low, and then I put one behind it, and a little higher. No, a little lower, sorry. A little lower. So they could fall into it. But it was just barbed wire. It wasn't razor wire or whatever. And as far as I know, this, even though I live in a residential house, this whole area is zoned commercial, and in a commercial place you can have fucking barbed wire. So I was gonna fight the city about that, but I said, nah, fucking. Hey, let's cut this Lando hand off here. I'm just dicking off. I know other people are live, so like, don't stay here. I mean, I heard some other people that are live who are probably more important than me. But also at the same time, they're really important, maybe, and they have billions of fucking subscribers and views, and maybe you're here to support Lak. I'm missing some of the chat. I'm real sorry, you guys. I'm real sorry. Yeah. Large-limbed and tooled up. Yeah, all of the above. All of the above. No, she's fucking tough. She's a tough lady. Sorry, I'm putting my finger in the camera. I'm sorry. I'm working on one thing here, you guys. Please. Pause. Wow, we're up to 12 people watching. That's really cool, man. I would have never thought... I mean, you motherfuckers must have no jobs or nothing, bro. No, I'm kidding. I really appreciate it. Because we're not doing anything special. I used to... Check this out. And I don't know if I have... do I have a... No, I don't. I don't have an example up here. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Now, this is not finished. This is... a custom. Hit that Lak button. Do it. Do it. Hey, Gwaz. Gwaz. I don't know how to say your name. Gwazz. My phone knows what I'm saying. Make me a mod, Lak. I don't know how to do it, brother. Hold on. Let me figure out how to do it. Do we need some mods because shit's going down in the chat that I don't know? Oh, hey, I think I just figured out how to do it. Okay, I did it. So. And then, hey, let me find Rolando. Sorry, I'm doing the wrong hand, you guys. Let me find anybody else who just, like, wants to be a mod. You can... I'm going to do, like, the Blue Harvest Mark approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucking know you. You know, I know you're not an asshole. I mean, you might be an asshole, but you're our asshole. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm just adding some moderators. If I miss you and I don't add you as a mod... Please don't be butthurt or anything. I'm working on one phone, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna stop doing it in a second. So if I didn't make you a mod, please, I'll do it. I will do it next time. Hold on, I'm reading some shit I missed. Masters. Oh God, how do you fucking do this? Okay. Seeing you do what you do, I'm hardly triggered to send you a random bag of heads and arms, legs and weapons and what else is still... Yeah, fuck yeah, do that, man. Please do it. Wait, hold on. I accidentally think I might have just reported somebody. Sorry. I don't think I did. I hit cancel. Yeah, man, send me whatever, bro. I have a buddy named Hey Kelly, and you know he keeps fodder for me. And but I buy it from him. So if anybody out there wants to send Lak fucking fodder just out of the blue, get a hold of me on Instagram. Like I'll give you my fucking address. I'm not worried about people coming here. I'm fucking heavily. I promote home invasion, motherfuckers. We were talking about hands and shit. I used to drill holes in hands and the arms here. Is this a better distance? I don't know, whatever's in focus. But you can see what I'm doing. I used to drill holes in this, dig it, and then add 2 points of articulation, which works really good. But then at some point I realized, you know, I'm not necessarily playing with these guys, and because the rest of them are fixed POA, I don't need it to articulate. I need to just decide what he looks best as, right? Like, is he holding his gun like this? Is he holding his gun like this? Is he drawing his gun, you know, because his arm is a certain way, so therefore so his, you know, does his hand even make a fucking grip? Is his hand open and useless like the Lak Sivrak one hand? There's other figures, we all know them, that have one bum hand. I think the original, not the original, but like the Power of the Force 2 Chewbacca. Nope, not Chewbacca. There's another one, but you guys know what I'm saying. But so I used to do that. Now I don't. I fiddle fuck with the thing for a couple days, and I decide what best it should be displayed at, and now I just super glue that motherfucker on there. But look, these are Gilster's customs. Gilster 37 invented a character named Bisbo Zink, and he was like a slave. He was a slave. He was abducted by somebody and made into a slave at a young age, right? This is Gilster's character story that I'm telling. I'm a German living in the center of Mexico. Oh, awesome. So you absolutely have like Nazi heritage, and I mean that with no disrespect. Like, are you an Argentine? What do they call those? The boys from Brazil? That's awesome. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying, like, history is cool, man. You know? Yeah, there's a lot of like blonde Germans in fucking Argentina and Brazil, right? Like, that's not an accident. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody. It's just that's what the fuck I know to be what happened, right? Anyway, look, this is Gilster's Bisbo Zink. He was a slave and abducted, and around the, you know, age of 13 or whatever, he escaped his slavers and ran away. And at a young age, he was found by this individual, right? Who took him under his wing, if you will. It's a very like Nevada Smith, Jonas Cord kind of a story. You need to move soon? Where are you going to move to? But anyway, yeah, so that's the characters. And this is Yucca Mill and Bisbo Zink. And they're part of the team of Murder Inc. And they're not finished yet, right? Nothing is ever finished. I don't know if any other customizers out there are like that, but nothing is ever finished. Like, you know, like you might paint oil paintings and shit like that, or you might build firearms and there's shit like that, and shit might be finished, but custom action figures, them motherfuckers ain't never finished. You know, you could have something that you say is finished, and it could be sitting on the shelf for a year, and then all of a sudden you get this thing, and you go, oh, wow, that holster is the perfect. Do I collect any comics? I don't really. No, I guess not really. Traditionally, there's a few comics I have because I like them. You know, like the first comic where Jax is in it. Like, I have that. I think I have an original one, and then I have a couple reprints. And there's some things like that I have because I like the cover art or shit. Like, no. I guess the answer is no. Now it's starting to sound like my collecting life with cool. Which I did not watch that. I watch some of my videos that I make. Certainly before. Now, okay, now look. This guy needs to hold his gun. So we're going to try to make this perpendicular. Oh, look, it's really fucking cold in this fucking goddamn fucking room. So, it takes a second for it to stick. I recommend the gel. I always recommend the gel. This is the liquid. Now, there's a couple times you need the liquid. If it's, you know, too cold in your goddamn workspace, the motherfucking gel is not going to flow, son. So, get the fucking liquid. Also, I can't remember now, god damn it, there's a reason you need liquid in your shit. You need liquid and gel. I can't remember what it was, but like a peg or something, right? Like you need the gel to go in there, or you need the liquid to go inside what the fuck you're doing. Hey, so look, now we have a Rebel General, Lak Sivrak, with both hands. And all we had to do is fucking open a totally new goddamn Lak and cut his hand off, you know? Which is fine. I don't know if anybody's seen the Hoth. If I'm missing any comments, please forgive me. You know, I'm not all set up. Have y'all seen the Hoth, Lak Sivrak? Right, because Lak Sivrak was he was a scout, right? He was a scout for the Empire, and a hunter, and a tracker, okay? And so, like, when he did join the rebellion, I definitely think that he was the fucking dude who had to do some scouting on Hoth, right? So my point is that Lak Sivrak, they're definitely, what would you call it? Not connotation, that's the wrong word. But there would be a version of Lak Sivrak as a Hoth scout, would there not? Because we know he was at the Battle of Hoth. And his lover, Dice, how do you say her last name? Ibogdogden? I don't know. That's so weird. A lot of these background characters, you know, you never hear anybody say their name. Right? Like back in the day, like even Kinner or whoever, like named some of these people. So, you know, you look at the package and you're like, I don't know what the fuck that says. People get Lak Sivrak wrong. And I have to say, Lak Sivrak is probably Darth Taz. Hey, man, how you doing, brother? Hey, it's good to see you. I missed you on AM Dubs' birthday fucking live, man. And I heard you retired. Anyway, I'm really sad. I don't want to talk about it. That makes me sad that you're retiring from YouTube. So, yeah, she died at Hoth, right? But for some reason, in the Battle of Hoth, the scout, the hunter, the motherfucking throat slitter of the universe, Balls McGee. Yeah, Balls McGee was cool. This motherfucker, for some reason, was made into a fighter pilot, right? Like, we've all read that book. Is that Tales from Mos Eisley Cantina? Or Tales from Tattoo? You know what I'm talking about. Oh, man, no, that's good. I'm glad you were. You guys know the book I'm talking about where they explain this story, right? And I tried to find those authors on the internet, and I guess they're still alive, but, like, they don't have Instagrams. Does anybody else do that? Like, I reached out to the girl, I can't think of her name now, but the woman who sings Lap T. Nick. Okay, her name's Michelle something like Eastern European, right, that I can't pronounce. But she's, like, on Instagram, and I talked to her for a long time, and, like, I want to fucking, like, interview her or talk to her or whatever, like, you know, goddamn, like, autograph my fucking Snice Noodles, which I don't have. Because Lap T. Nick is the greatest fucking song. It's one of the greatest songs in the history of music. Fuck just Star Wars, you motherfuckers, you know? That's why fucking Lucas can just fucking pound sand, dude. Yeah, everybody can be mad at Disney and all that kind of shit, but nobody fucked it worst or first more than George. Am I right? I mean, you know, I'm sorry. That's my opinion, and I have to say it's my opinion because then you can't get mad at me. But motherfucker, I don't think it's just my opinion. I think that's a fucking fact. I don't mean to be a dick, but I think that's a fact. Nobody fucked it harder or first more than Lucas. That's straight from fucking Lak Sivrak. You dated your cousin? I dated my cousin too for a while. In the village in Alaska, they say we are only related from the neck up. So no kissing. You know, and then so that way you can fool around with your cousin. It's fine. Hold on, I got a problem here. Something's clogged here. It's not an artery, so don't worry. Oh my gosh, that's not even right. Why would you do that to me, you son of a bitch? So, what else are we doing here? We opened a Lak. We made a Lak. Oh, yeah, why is Lak a fucking... Not my cousin. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, I thought you said you dated your cousin. Oh, she dated your cousin? Yeah, well, we all dated our cousins. Don't be ashamed. You're from Kentucky. I know you dated your cousin, motherfucker. Come on, man. G-Force, are you here? Sorry if I'm missing anybody in the chat, for real, because I'm just... Here's some fucking Laks. That's kind of a cool... I have another one, but he's out of reach. Is he out of reach? Yeah, he's out of reach. I'm not doing all that. How about that? I dated her cousin. Oh, you dated her cousin. Yeah, that's what I'd say too, motherfucker. You dated Michelle Kazakataka, whatever her name is. I don't mean that disrespectfully. I can't think of her name. But she's on Instagram and she's really nice. Like, she talked to me for a while. Just like, not voice messaging. I didn't bust out the Lak voice message. But, you know, we talked and I said I'm a big fan and everything was really cool. And then I said, look, I'm like a small-time YouTuber and I think it would be really cool if we could talk like whatever. It can be audio or whatever. And she said it was cool, and then just like we kind of lost touch. Like, I don't think it was a snub thing, because even after that she was like, hey, how you doing? I don't know, it's on the back burner. I don't know. Y'all find her on Instagram and just say, hey man, fucking talk to Lak. She's cool. I love that song. That's the greatest song of all time. Not of all time, but fucking George Lucas. Look, we made this. We have 11 people watching. Wow, you motherfuckers ain't got shit to do. Watch the Lak. This is the Isha Tib legs on the General Lando Calrissian. Let's see, I guess that's the torso, right? Because this is the abdomen. Lando Calrissian abdomen. Which we robbed for General. Return of the Jedi General Lak Sivrak. And Hoth, Lak Sivrak, and fighter pilot. Now this, I'm not sure. I had an idea of... this guy. Yeah, Rebels isn't live tonight. So you're here? Yeah. Well, I'm glad I could take up the slack. Let's see. This orange, this is the walrus face. This is the walrus face, Power of the Force 2 walrus face orange jacket, right? It's really just a vest because they paint as orange. This is a cool jacket. Put these on your Greedos if you want a cool looking Greedo. I thought this guy's upper half maybe would fit with this lower half as kind of, hey, Duffman, Gap After Dark, hey, how are you, brother? Hey, anybody in the chat who's been here from the beginning, if anybody new comes in the chat, and that, make sure they know that, like, Lak is not fucking up in on the chat, and he's not doing a good job on it, so do not take it personally. That happens in the community quite a bit, and I tell people, somebody might say, hey, you know, I said hi to somebody, and they didn't say hi back. And the first thing I ask them is I say, how many people were in that fucking chat? And, you know, and so they might say, oh, there was 27 people. And I said, nah, they might have fucking not seen you. You know what I'm saying? But, like, if there's only 3 people in the fucking chat, that motherfucker may not like you. You know? I don't know. But if you're here, I fucking think you're fucking awesome. Unless you're a troll. I don't know what's going on in the troll department, but fuck you, fucking banana piggies. So I made this. This is a cool looking bottom half, right? Am I being snobby? Am I being snobby? I'm not trying to be snobby. I feel like I'm a pretty down-to-earth motherfucker, actually. Like, I think maybe I'm snobby, but you know what I am kind of a snob about, which is strange, is coffee. One time I got a taste of decent coffee, and like never again would I fucking drink some you know what I mean? Like, I would go and get jobs, fucking rob old ladies, whatever it took to get that fucking decent cup of coffee, motherfucker. You know? Here's some Hoth. This is a Luke Skywalker Hoth body with just the Endor Rebel Commando head. That's just on there temporary. Like, we can take that off. I do a lot of swapping that's not... Thank you, brother. I do a lot of... Wow, we have 11 people watching and 12 likes, so we'll just pretend like that's works out like that, when it really earlier was like 9 people watching and 1 like. You know what I'm saying? You can flip... That's propaganda. But we can switch this. I switch a lot of heads and just let them hang out. I just let them lack around, and you know, and one day I go, you know what? That don't fucking work at all. Fuck that guy. You know, like this guy, this head does not work on this body at all. It's not there. But this guy needs to exist. This guy needs to exist, right? This guy needs to exist in the rebel army, you know. And same thing with this guy. This guy's head, I was thinking about maybe painting this helmet white, which I don't paint, because yeah, rebels would always be like, you know, why would the rebels not pick up Imperial technology like helmets and shit or whatever to wear, right? Yeah, everybody loves Little Head. Little Head, I had some head one time that was really bad, and I got a lot of teeth action from her on the back rake. Has anybody ever had that? Where she takes the, like, it's the back of her top teeth onto the top of your meat saber? It was ridiculous. And like, I stopped. I said, okay, that was great. Let's go. But see, this guy, Ponda Baba, Walrus Face, has got to be the #1 used guy for a custom, because he has some of the coolest boots, and he has a nice neutral brown pants, right? And he has nice neutral brown shirt, right? So I use a lot of that. Also, but like, look, this guy needs to exist. This is a cool looking dude. You know, this is like a fucking high-ranking, badass in the army, right? Like the Pattons or the fucking, you know, the Longstreets or the fucking, you know, now, not like Winston Churchill, right? Because Winston Churchill was a badass in World War I, but he wasn't like, in World War II, he wasn't really in the military anymore. He was the, you know, the prime minister, whatever they call it. I'm just saying, it's not like him or JFK, where they were badass when they were young, but more like Patton, you know, or like even Robert E. Lee, right? Or I think Patton is a good example, General George Patton, or Colonel Fairburn. They were badasses their entire lives, and they are still in the military at the current moment, and they're fucking old as shit. You know, I always think those are cool characters. You think Merrick is probably, you think this guy, you know, is probably, has a cool story like that. But maybe not, because, you know, maybe we could get like a Red Baron. Maybe we could get like a Red Baron story for this guy, huh? And then you can even get into the story of like the dude who shot him down. Anyway, yeah, we're making hot. Look at this. This was made completely out of a bag of fodder. Right? So this is like fucking snowtrooper arms and like a what is that, Barada? Whose chest is that, Barada? And then these legs are who the fuck knows? I don't know who that is. But you know, just like a Lego, right? I try to separate shit by color. I say, oh, that guy probably works on Hoth. So that's not bad, huh? I don't know if any of this is in focus. See, I'm looking at my camera at an angle too. What else are we doing? I don't know. Here is obviously the Veer's body. Dig it? Which we removed. And then like the other day I was looking at this. This is the General Lando cape, right? That is making up the custom where we just did here, right? But so look, here's some sort of like battle Grand Admiral, right? That was the one cool thing about Veers too, you know. I like the battle commanders. I thought were always cool, you know. Who's another one? Like a General Custer, okay? Like I don't like General Custer. I don't fucking think he's a good guy. Was a piece of shit. But he was like this, you know, like he was the eccentric fucking general who was on the front line getting fucking murked, right? So that's kind of fucking cool. I think you gotta, you know, that's cool. Hey, speaking of Red Baron, this is like the Red Baron of Star Wars. He went down swinging. Fuck yeah. I don't know I'm not keeping up with the chat, so forgive me. I go on live. Hey, do you guys notice that there's a difference between live chat and top chat? I mean, I'm new to all this, right? But so I've noticed so it seems like the thing defaults you on top chat, right? And you have to pick to go to live chat. And I'll tell you one thing, motherfucker, if I'm in a chat and I'm giving them the lack attack, like I'm just hammering it, if I go to live chat, all my shit's gone because the motherfucker thinks I'm spam. Isn't that crazy? I'm making some figures. The start of this guy started with my pilots. If y'all saw the Rebel Pilot on Instagram, the Rebel Pilot post. So I'm also I want to make these guys that are like their trainers, right? And I have one guy, oh God, you guys are going to make me get up. I don't want to get up. I'm not getting up, but let me look. Let me just look. Oh, right here. So this was like one of the first guys I did, and the idea is like, this is the guy who trains them, right? And I don't know, does anybody remember the comedian George Gobel? He's always on the Johnny Carson, Jesus Christ. He's always on the Johnny Carson show. But anyway, he that's what he did during World War II. He was a fighter, he trained fighter pilots. And, you know, but I just always thought that was a cool thing. So doesn't the Rebellion have that? And maybe they would be ex-Imperial, you know, Red Baron type badass motherfuckers, you know? So I think that's what this guy is, right? He's a rebel, but he is a high-ranking rebel, and he trains fucking people who want to be pilots, you know? And this may be a counterpart. I don't know. The uniforms are too opposite similar, right? Like it's a goddamn commercial for something, right? Like spy versus spy, but I like the idea of it, you know? Like, look, this guy's got his boiler suit, his red boiler suit, and then his fucking aviator black, you know, Steve McQueen aviator fucking coat on. You know, I don't know. And like this guy, I don't know. There's some fucking badass motherfuckers in the Rebellion that you don't even know exist. You know what I mean? And so to even fucking get carried away with oh, sorry, that probably I just did major damage to the mic. Hey everyone, Geek Strong! Hey, if I'm missing anyone in the chat, please forgive me because I'm not keeping up with it. Pause for the cause, I'm looking for my coffee. So I'm trying to figure out what else we're going to do here. My old lady hates when I talk like that. Hold on, I gotta put this in my pocket. Sorry, this is my inhaler. So, yeah, if you guys ever want to send anything to here's a guy. I make a lot of people out of just fodder. And obviously I have a lot of Lak bodies. Here's a Lak body with Ponda Baba legs and some cheap-ass G.I. Joe arms. And this has no articulation, you know. But sometimes I glue parts together so I don't lose them, if that makes sense. Like, this is not a character, you know. Not to say that some people don't start off like this, and then all of a sudden you say, wow, that actually starting to look like something, right? Like, because this guy kind of started out like that. I was like, okay, all these parts are white. This guy could be in the Battle of Hoth or something. So I put them all together. And then all of a sudden I was like, damn, motherfucker. And then I rooted around some heads, and I was like, well, there's a Luke head. And you know what, dude? Does that look enough Lak Luke to get away with using that? Put some parachute pants on MC. Yeah. I dig that. I need to get some material for that. I do dabble in leather. Here's a vintage style robe on a Power of the Force 2. Now look, and I don't know if y'all remember. Let's see, I don't want to untie that. But you know, Power of the Force 2, Obi-Wan Kenobi won't fucking stand up unless he's leaning like fucking Michael Jackson, right? So this has the Weequay legs, which are matched perfectly, even if you do. Gilster! I see Gilster! How you doing, brother? If I didn't say hi to you quick enough, my bad. I'm not up on the chat. I'm real bad at this. But look, the Weequay legs match Obi-Wan, so you don't have to cover them if you don't want to. But I may, I wanted to make this, so fuck it, I did it. I'm gonna make another one. I just got another Obi-Wan Power of the Jedi one, somewhere. Check this out. Now look, this is just like, hey, what the? Oh, that's just a whatever that is. Power of the Jedi, Power of the Force, whatever. This actually was in a bag, and this was all different parts. Question, Lak. Is definitely an awesome werewolves, but why do I like the Lak character? When I first saw Star Wars, when it was called Star Wars and it was not called it wasn't called A New Hope, it was called Star Wars. That motherfucker stood out to me, and I knew right away that the first Wolfman you see is not the same one that you see later, which confused everybody. They thought that was the same guy, whose name is what? Something with a A. But I don't know, he just stuck out, for the same reason that people thought Boba Fett was cool. It was who the fuck is that dude? Or the same reason, like when I was a kid, I thought Dengar was fucking cool too, right? Because to me, Dengar, I was like, is that John Wayne playing that guy? So it's just, I think at first it was the mystique, right? Just like the mystique. But then that fucking George Lucas asshole comes and removes him for some lame ass fucker. And his reasoning was, he said, oh, well, I didn't like, that's an actual Halloween mask from the store and it looked like shit. And then he covered it up with this shitty looking CGI motherfucker that looked way worse than shit. So it, I don't know, so that irked me too. And so somebody needs to be in the fucking corner for that dude, I think that's one of the reasons. That's part of it. Lak Sivrak's cool, and then they had he was in a couple comics and he was in that book. Was that Tales from Mos Eisley? The book where he meets and falls in love with his, hey, Peaky Arrow, how are you? How you guys doing? I'm not keeping up with the chat, I'm sorry. So if y'all are still talking, I'm answering Geek Strong's question. I just think fucking Lak is cool, and fucking Lak should get representation. And when they fleshed him out somewhat in the story of Tales of the Jedi, which I don't have that book on me, but I own it. I just read the story over again the other day because I wanted to do a diorama and I wanted to get all information. But Lak's fucking badass. And anything that's censored, I will fight against, no matter what it is, because censorship is bullshit, And so covering him up because you don't like it is still censorship, no matter what your reasoning is, George Lucas. You can be mad at Disney all you want, but nobody fucked it harder or first like George. So I want to talk about this for just 1 second, because do I? Anyway. Isn't that interesting how that proportionately, the head and shoulders proportionately kind of look like that isn't fucked up? This is the Power of the Force 2-pack, Salacious with Oola. And this is a Power of the Jedi Luke, which of course is like the new vintage collection, and the fact that it's wee tiny. And everybody accepts it because they want to tell you that the Power of the Force 2 was so big and bulky and looked like fucking He-Man. And look, I'm here to tell you, does that guy look real bulky like fucking He-Man to you? I mean, does his chest all... Now, granted, I can show you the first 5 figures that they were talking about, maybe 8 figures, where they are big and bulky and have big fucking He-Man chests. But, that was the first 8 figures. 8 figures, let's say. I don't even think it was 8, but I'm saying that just to be kind. Does that look like a bulky fucking out of proportion figure? Does that look like a bulky out of proportion fucking figure? No, I don't think it does. Does this? This is like the second wave. This might even still be the first wave. This is like 96, when they were supposedly big and bulky. What's going on there? That looks like a normal 6 foot tall, 190 pound dude. But you know what? They fucking sold you that propaganda so they could sell you these vintage collection size motherfuckers that are fucking wee tiny. Here is Power of the Jedi. These are both Power of the Jedi. Now, he's not looking too bad. But height-wise, they're not right. I don't know. I'm just saying, that's not an unproportionate figure. Now, his head is too small because that's an X-Wing Luke head, which that's another thing, right? We all know the X-Wing pilots are smaller to get into the ship. Why is that? Well, because the ship is not to scale. Okay, well, so doesn't that fucking just prove the point I just made? That, like, they want to sell you less plastic in your figures, right? And so they immediately knew they were losing money on this goddamn fucking... this fucking good-looking goddamn proportionate figure. That's all I'm saying. What the fuck? What the fuck over? Is anybody... y'all like this custom? Does anybody need that for their collection? It's not quite finished yet, but is anybody looking for, like, weird fucking shit like that? Let me know. Y'all send me some shit. I'm buying any Lak Sivrak figures, loose or carded. Please let me know. Earthworm Jim. I'm cool with that. Send me all your Lak Sivraks, custom, carded or whatever. Okay, I need them for more customs. If anybody knows Skybottom Station, tell him, for God's sakes, I'm sending him this figure. I can't get... I'm just slow. I made this figure and this mini rig, which I'm sure probably most everybody's seen, actually. And this mini rig is mostly made up of that backpack that comes with that big furry abominable snowman white dude who was at the Battle of Jeddah. I don't know if you can tell, but see, that's what these... Blue! What's going on here? Blue, I didn't know you were live earlier. I'm really sorry. I was just decided, fuck it, man. 16 likes. Wow, you guys are cool. I can't believe you guys are here. I just saw a text from my old lady, so I might have to go... I don't know, you know, like, part of me wants to be like, fuck that shit. But at the same time, before we started, I was like, hey, look, I'm going to probably go live, so don't fucking do anything. Don't fucking bother me unless there's an issue. But then at the same time, a text doesn't mean there's an issue, right? Like, I'll go in when I hear some fucking gunfire, right? What do you think of this? This is like my custom mini rig. I can't see the... yeah, toys, action figures. Y'all go check out Skybottom Station. I know Duffman... you don't see him in our community, but I want him to join our community, and I think we just need to reach out to I just think we need to reach out to Skybottom and fucking... he's cool. Like, he's cool. Don't judge a book by its cover, and I mean that in a different way than probably most people are even thinking I mean it. But, you know, this is gonna be some sort of snow machine rig. I think people might have seen that, too. Yeah, Blue, we were making some customs. We made this bottom half, which took a while. I did not cut myself. I want to cut some more shit up for you guys, but I'm not, I have no muse. Does that make sense? After all that stuttering? Let's look at the chat. Let's look at the chat a little bit. I'm going to move it up. How's everybody doing? You can see the Playmobil. There's a couple guys fishing right here. They're having a good time. There's some army guys here who brought their fucking cannon who are saying, hey, motherfuckers, you can't fish here. And then, you know, and they're like, what the fuck, dude? You can't own the water, right? And they say, no, that's not true. And they say, no, that is true. You can't own the water, and you can't own anything, you know, higher, or you can't own anything lower than the high water mark. That's just how it fucking works, motherfuckers. So I'm sure these fucking asshole fucking military dudes probably showed up and fucking, and who knows what they fucking did. Hopefully they have good lawyers. I don't know. Mock. We're just fucking around, dude. We're just lacking. Lack. I got this the other day. I shot an entire video of unboxing, like 45 minutes, and my shit fucked up. And I was so fucking mad, you guys. But I got this. Why did I get this? I don't know. It was in a lot. And I thought we could make a custom, but his head is like it's not right. You can't. I mean, we could, but like, I don't know. Is anybody army building these? Hmm? Anybody army building those? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. What about this guy? Hey, G-Force! I don't know if y'all saw my Odd Squad post on Instagram, but he was part of that. Hey, man. Unplug, brother. You need to unplug, man. May the Great Spirit open your mind and shut your mouth. Am I right?
Missy like that figure.
Yeah. Yeah, you think that he would be worth a lot of money by now, right? Or that's not Jar Jar, but you know what I'm saying. I made this guy. Ooh, do y'all want to talk about this guy? I'm sure not everybody here has seen all my Instagram shit. So you see this head, right? Where's Mongo Beefhead? Mark, I'm still looking for fucking fodder for that. You know what I'm saying? I have one vintage squid head, and I have one vintage hammerhead, and they're the only ones I've ever fucking owned, and they're the only ones I've ever seen to even buy that. The only ones I've ever seen to buy are way fucking too much money. And that's not their, I mean, you know, that's people fucking assholes selling it. But yes, I would like to do a couple versions of Mongo Beefhead Tribesman. I would like to do the original. I got the squid. Okay, well, fucking send them over. Bisbo Zinc. Hey, Gilster. I think we talked about Bisbo before you got here, but like we totally talked about Bisbo Zinc, and I told him the little bit of the story that we fleshed out about him, you know, and how he escaped, you know, his slavers, and then he was taken under the wing of the infamous Yucca Mill. I have a whole rap song that I wrote actually on the wall here. It's like three sticky notes long, and it's the Yucca Mill and Bisbo Zinc make the infamous team of Murder Inc. rap song. So when they have their own show, we have a fucking theme song. Check this guy out. Does everybody see that that's a fucking... Oh, Peter, how you doing, brother? I'm just lacking off. Yucca Mill. So look, that's the Death Star gunner head. You guys dig that, right? You see how that is? Here. This is Yuri Modelo. He's Ubiz. Like Boosh. Is it Boosh or Bausch? Boosh. Anyway, you see that this head is the same as this head, right? It's just flipped around. Speaking of Mongo Beefhead. So that's what I've been doing. I've been flipping shit around like that. Mark, we're making Mongo Beefheads as fast as we can get the fucking shit to make them, alright? God, y'all just had to like look down my throat on the camera. Sorry. We're making Mongo Beefheads as fast as we can get the fucking fodder. This is also the Mongo Beefhead syndrome. See, let me move this. If you can see this entire head apparatus there is actually the legs of a Lak Sivrak. Can you see that? You see that, right? So yeah, we've been doing plenty of Mongo Beefhead exercises to then be able to accomplish the Mongo Beefhead that we want to accomplish. Does that make sense? Did you just see me check all my pockets like the fucking cops were coming? So, we are buying all Lak Sivrak figures. Okay? We're buying all Lak Sivrak figures. We are also wanting to acquire any and all squid heads, and hammerheads. And that can be... Where's my spanner? Oh, I just learned how to do that. Hold on. Sorry. I just learned how to do that. Let me see. Put user in timeout. Yeah, that's what we want to do. No, I'm kidding. So yeah. I want to make some Mongo Beefheads like the vintage original, but we also want to make some out of the Power of the Force 2. Smoking plastic? No. I'm just, vaping some strawberry wine flavored, oxygen vapor. Like those oxygen bars in Las Vegas. Do they have those anywhere else besides Las Vegas? You ever been to an oxygen bar? I don't even think I've ever seen a Lak Sivrak in the wild. Really? As far as I know, they did make a lot of them. Where they all are, I don't know, because I don't have them all. But I'll fucking Really? That's so crazy. You never seen a Lak Sivrak in the wild. That's so sad. I mean, that's not your fault. It's not your fault, G. You know, obviously, but yeah, dude. Fucking. Oh, where's hey Baz, if you're still on here, just make a comment real quick so I can find you. Yeah, this is the Lak Sivrak. Sorry, it's a little reflective. Jiminy Christmas. Maybe I am smoking that plastic. Yeah, that's a cool figure, huh? And then, of course, the what do they call this? Freeze frame. The freeze frame is the same as the back, right? So that's a cool. But yeah, hey, absolutely. Most of the time, I shit you not, most of the time you should be able to get these between like $5 and $7. You know? Now, when I buy, I only have like one store here that I can buy from. And so like after I bought like the first 5 Laks that came through, all of a sudden those motherfucker, and I hadn't said anything because I went in there the other day and they had a Lak and it was a little bit higher priced. And I thought, because they're not really selling everything else, right? Well, I didn't fucking say anything, and I didn't buy nothing, and I just left. And I was thinking about, you know, because my first reaction was to go fucking. My first reaction was probably not have went over well, so I just left. But yeah, y'all don't fucking pay too much for these Laks, though, right? But I fear that. I mean, motherfucking Power of the Force 2 people are asking fucking $20 for some of that shit, you know? Not all of them, obviously, but it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I won't pay what people are paying for some of the new stuff. You know, Gilster knows, I pick up a figure I really want, whether it's new or whatever, and I talk myself out of it and I put it down. You know, I really do that. I have to go to a store 5 times to buy one thing. I really do. When it comes to these things, if it's something else from a different part of a collection, or like, you know, it just depends. But like sometimes I'll just fucking be like, boop, fucking buy now, motherfucker. You know. But y'all buy these Laks. You talk those fuckers down to at least, you know, $10, $12. You can't be paying. Nobody should be paying more than $10 for a Power of the Force 2 figure, right? I mean, everybody says that they're shitty. Everybody says that they're not vintage yet. Okay, so why are you trying to fucking charge me $17 for the motherfucker then? Right? Because we just had a whole conversation about how they're big and they're bulky and they're not proportionate and they're fucking this and they're fucking that. And it's like, okay, well then you should fucking pay me to take the motherfuckers then. All the goddamn shit you're talking. You know, and then, all of a sudden the fucking tune changes, right? Fucking shit heels. So look, this may look like your average. Yeah. Laks are for between 5 and 7. Absolutely. Laks are between 5 and 7 all day long. Problem with eBay, sometimes you're getting, you know, $4 or whatever. The ones on eBay, I tend to buy like, you know, maybe 4 every month off eBay. If they're fucking low. Sometimes the shipping fucking gets me out of, you know. Sometimes the shipping makes me, you know, all of a sudden I'm like, well, that's $14 for a figure. You know, if you get $7 shipping and $7 for the goddamn figure, that's $14 figure. Like, nope, can't fucking do it. And most of those are loose, am I right? Very few carded. This looks like just a regular thing, but look, this was pieced together out of a few plastic bags over time. So isn't that strange? I think, I can't remember. At least the legs and the arms, I think, are all from the same figure because they were together. But the rest of it, this body part and this torso with the skirt are from all different things. So, yeah, shipping cost is bullshit. We used to make, when I lived in Alaska, I would leave and go visit people or do whatever I do. But one of the easiest ways to make money, and hey, if anybody wants to come out in 95, so yeah, they're 27 years old. If these were vehicles in the United States, they would get a special license plate called what, antique. Like, so there's something, like there's a difference between antique and vintage. You know, there's gun laws that are based on antique guns, and there's car registration laws based on how old it is, whether it's an antique or a or vintage, and certain laws are not culpable, you know, or what do you call it? Certain laws are not applicable to those things because they're predating it, you know, and so like nobody's respecting Power of the Force. These are really fun to customize too because they're thick, they're robust in the sense that they are proportionately larger than vintage collection, and like, man, you can do some shit. This is a piece together thing. I don't know what's going on here. This is a prime example of pieces I don't want to lose, so they've been clamped together, right? What is the deal with these purple fucking dudes, right? Who made the point the other day? It was a stream, I think. I can't remember whose it was. It wasn't the other day. It's been a while. But they were talking about, why are these motherfuckers purple? Right? And the answer is oh, because, you know, they worked with Mace Windu, who had a purple lightsaber. Okay, why is his lightsaber purple? Oh, well, fucking Samuel L. Jackson's favorite shit is purple. Okay, so just because... And who said it? I don't remember, but they said... Just because the actor's fucking favorite color is purple, why would that translate to the fucking Star Wars goddamn universe that his lightsaber is purple and that these troops that he's... Like, that's... And whoever said that, I agree with you. That is bullshit. That is such fucking horseshit. What? These motherfuckers trying to sell us shit, dude. And motherfuckers, y'all gotta... Not y'all, like... Not y'all, like I'm blaming anybody, but I'm just saying people need to open their ears more, I think, when they're listening to some of this shit, you know? I'm sorry, I'm not keeping up with the chat, you guys. Please forgive me. Yeah, next week I went forward in time. Next week you went forward in time? I'm going forward in time right now. Where's my time machine? Where's my time machine? Oh, where's my time machine? I might have to let y'all go. Oh, one more thing about the purple lightsaber about that. Everybody says, oh, the purple lightsaber is so unique and so new and fucking like, man, Power of the Force 2, Shadows of the Empire, fucking card backs had purple fucking lightsabers on them, y'all. And like, I know everybody, all the 15 people here watching probably fucking know that, right? Because we're not sell-out, bought-out fucking fans, you know? We're like... been there from the beginning, and we have our own opinions, and just because Disney bought it and tells us we shouldn't have Power of Love, exactly, and just because somebody bought it and tells us that this part of it you shouldn't appreciate anymore or whatever, is like, well, who the fuck made you in charge, motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? Like, who made you in charge of no, motherfuckers, nope, that don't fucking fly with this motherfucker. You know, Lak may have fallen off the turnip truck, but it wasn't last night, motherfuckers. You dig what I'm saying? Holy shit. Motherfuckers. Got the lights coming on. Yeah, awesome stream. Hey, yeah, got a jet. That's cool. I appreciate everybody. You have no idea the camaraderie. I don't even know what the word is. Y'all are fucking cool. I appreciate it. Lak has to probably go too. I saw a 20% battery thing going on. I've been on for 93 minutes, which is pretty cool. As soon as I get set up in here, I actually don't have electricity in here, right? Everything you see is being powered off alternative means of electricity, right? Whether it be fucking solar or a goddamn fucking gerbil turning a wheel. There's shit going down in here to bring this to you. Hey, thank you, Baz. Yeah, need rum to drink? I can't drink rum. Clear rum, maybe. I don't know. Here's a custom fucking gun made out of a hammerhead. The gun that comes with hammerhead. Release the Kraken. Yeah, I can't drink rum I can only drink clear rum. Why? I don't know. I mean, I can, obviously, but y'all don't want me. You don't want to be there, and I don't want to be there. So, there's that. Where's all the rum gone? I don't know. I don't drink rum. I like scotch, to be honest. I don't drink much anymore, but I do enjoy scotch. And I have learned, when I was younger, man, I used to drink a fucking half gallon of Crown Royal. I would get a half gallon of Crown Royal and a gallon jug of water. And I would fucking pound, I would pound them back and forth. And it was nothing to fucking drink for me by myself. At least a half of a gallon. You know what I mean? Like, I would wake up the next morning and finish the other half. I'd never do the whole half. But, you know, overdo it much? Yes. That's Lak's apparently his big. As I'm getting older, I'm trying to identify my issues, and hammering shit to death is apparently one of them. I don't know what that's called. I don't know. But yeah, but I did learn, look, drink your alcohol with water. Minimize your sugar, because that's what gets you hungover. Drink your booze with water, motherfuckers. I'm telling you, fucking get rid of the Coca-Cola. You know? Drink your shit with water, or use water as a back. And go ahead and spend money on better booze. You know? I'm not trying to be a snob. But like, it's an enjoyment. It's a pleasure. You dig? We as a society, I think, need to get back into really enjoying pleasures and not consuming, you know, like, fuck the half gallon of Jack Daniels, you know, that shit is garbage. Fucking go fucking buy that goddamn fucking $100 bottle of 15-year-old fucking McClellan, you know, whatever. McClellan, I said McClellan, but a 15-year-old bottle of McClellan is like $2.50, and I bought one of those. Oh, motherfucker, it's smooth. It's dangerously smooth. Now, the alcohol content is slightly less because for whatever... Now, they're not all the same, right? But you leave that shit in the barrel in the wrong part of the warehouse for too long, your alcohol goes down. And people don't realize that. Can I still get Canadian Club? Yeah, I don't know if I can get it here. But yeah, Canadian Club is like a fucking... Everybody drinks that, I think. And where I'm from in Alaska, the hardcore booze is called Northern Lights, and it was $13 for a fifth. And man, motherfuckers I knew, man, they'd drink 3 or 4 of those a day by themselves, you know. And you'd keep them in your sleeve. You'd keep your jug in your sleeve like that. And that's why when people would shake your hand, they would. You ever have people always grab your arm, like they shake your hand and they go, "Hey, how you doing, brother?" And then they're feeling for your fucking bottle, which is in your goddamn sleeve. You know what I'm saying? And then anybody wearing a backpack, they don't drink whiskey, they drink beer, and the backpack's full of beer. Yeah, fuck, we used to drink like motherfuckers, but not anymore. Hey, I like the life's. No, are we talking about beer? I love Olympia beer, which they don't fucking make anymore. Canadian Club, yes, they still make that. We also, what's that? Seagram 7 and 7, which I think that's all made by the same company. There's also Canadian Hunter with the dude with his dog. And of course, when I was a kid, you know, like that's who you want to be when you're a kid living in Alaska, is that guy on that motherfucking bottle. Not that it made me drink Canadian Hunter. Is it Canadian Hunter or Yukon Hunter? I don't remember. Some of these boozes y'all may not know unless you live, you know, the Rocky Mountains is a huge, for Americans still here, the Rocky Mountains is a huge thing about marketing, right? Like Hellman's mayonnaise is the same as Best Foods mayonnaise, but it's not called the same thing on the same side of the Rocky Mountains. If anybody in the chat, Rolando's in Utah, but is all of Utah still on the eastern side of the Rocky Mountains? I guess I need to get a map. But my point is that some people know what Hellman's mayonnaise is, and some people know what Best Foods mayonnaise is, and they're the same fucking mayonnaise, right? They're the same. They have the same colors. They have the same bow. They have the same. It's the same shit, but they literally call it different things on different side of the Rockies. Back in the day, you're on the west side. Okay, Utah, you got to cross the mountains to get to Utah, or is the mountains in the middle of Utah? I've driven to fucking Alaska from Florida 7 times in my life. I don't go to Utah. I go from Pensacola to Dallas to Okie City, through Kansas, Colby, Kansas or whatever, and then like Denver, Wyoming, and then I go over to Montana, and I cross the border in Sweetgrass. That's my favorite border crossing. I cross there also because I used to work in a town called Phillipsburg, Montana, which is kind of out of the way of the trip. It's like an extra day out of the way west. But yeah, man. Coors beer, right? Well, fuck. Everybody here's watched goddamn... What's that called? With that fucking Eastbound and Down, load it up and truck it. Everybody's seen that fucking movie, right? Mayonnaise. Yes, mayonnaise. I've been made fun of how I said that my whole life. I do not know why I say it like that. My dad says it like that, is all I can figure out. Mayonnaise. My dad sometimes says mayonnaise. but I say my, and sometimes it's my knees, but it's mayonnaise. Yeah, what? Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is how I say it. Yeah. Is that weird? Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. People don't claim me because fucking Lak's weird. Anyway, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh yeah, Eastbound and Down movie. That whole movie's because the fucker couldn't get beer on the east side of the Rocky Mountains, right? That's what the fucking movie's based on. So I just think that that's interesting that like that, right? So Hellman's fucking mayonnaise, and that's why Hellman's mayonnaise was like, yo, motherfuckers, we don't need people like illegally bootlegging our fucking mayonnaise across the Rocky Mountains, so let's just sell this shit over there, but we'll call it something else. Does anybody know the story of Hellman's and Best Foods mayonnaise? I love mayonnaise, so I don't know. What's some other weird shit you motherfuckers want to talk about? I'm gonna have to go here before long, but look, nothing's dwindling down. We're at 16 people. Do I really have 16 people? Your nays. Yeah, I've been told that too. I've been told that. Y'all are not. Now look, Lax heard that before, so don't think you're original now, god damn it. No, you are original. I love you guys. Geek Strong? Dude, I have more motivation now than I've ever had, but I've never had to fucking try to stay in shape living in Alaska. It wasn't something I had to do. Like, I was always fairly trim, and I mean, I've always been a big fucking dude and all that shit, but like, I could do some good shit. I could do shit other people couldn't do. How about that? Now, I'm not saying I'm a fucking badass or anything like that, but I'm just saying, since I've moved to society, to America, motherfucker, it's awful. Did y'all hear that dog bark? That was more of a... See, that's an animal. See how it's higher pitched? It's a little... and then he just went... He smells something. That's an animal. That's not a person at all. Yeah. Well, he smelled something, and then I don't know. I'm not worried, though. I'm not worried. You gotta have a good dog. I might let you guys go. Not because of the dog, but I don't want my battery to run out. Peter, I know that happened to you, brother, and like, it's easy to do. It's easy. Yeah. But yeah, mayonnaise. Does anybody make homemade mayonnaise? My dad used to when I was a kid, but he quit doing it for whatever reason. I don't know. You ain't going anywhere. Fuck you, I ain't leaving. Well, that's fine. We'll have to do a stream. I'm gonna have to get like I'm gonna have to get a computer of some kind, and then we can start like, y'all can come the fuck on, and like I'll be up on comments, and comments can go on the screen or some shit. Oh no, see, I did not. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. If I motherfucking cut one, you will know. Because it sounds like you make mayonnaise with olive oil. Yeah. See, I've tried that. I've tried the store-bought stuff with olive oil, and I don't like it. And you know what's even stranger? More strange is, I think in America, right? Like, I don't think anybody ever in America's ever made it out of olive oil, right? Like 100 years ago, or like I don't know. Like, mayonnaise comes from your country, Mark, right? So certainly 150 years ago, however old mayonnaise is, right? Like, I don't think it was made with olive oil, and it probably wasn't made with canola oil, right? It was made with fucking like whale oil, or I mean, I'm not saying whale oil, but I'm just saying there's got to be something we don't know about, right? Fucking mayonnaise. Here's another fun fact about mayonnaise that nobody will fucking admit to. Mayonnaise does not have to be refrigerated, right? Is it from France? Well, they know how to do food, brother. They know how to do food. Mayonnaise does not have to be refrigerated. The only reason you ever would need to refrigerate it is if you make something with... Now, a disclaimer here, I'm not a doctor, but I was brought up in the wilderness where you do not have refrigeration. And so I know what needs to be refrigerated and what not, because here's one thing. Like, we had a little refrigerator in the ground. We would dig a hole in the ground about 4 by 4, and then, in dimension. And you would go down until you hit permafrost, right? And permafrost is solid fucking ice. And you'll know it when you get there. And depending on where you are, you can read the land, but like permafrost can be about 4 feet down, in the flats, in the Tanana flats. So you dig down to that, and then you make a lid for the hole out of plywood, and then you styrofoam, right? And so the styrofoam you cut to fit in the hole, and then you attach it so it's like a, what do you call that kind of a lid? Where it goes in there like a cork style. So it goes in there. But so we had limited space for shit that could be refrigerated. And look, you better believe that fucking Lak would get motherfucking backhanded if he put, mayonnaise don't need to be refrigerated, boy. Jellies and jams, like your mom in the fucking city who has a refrigerator puts her goddamn jelly in the refrigerator. But the whole reason that your fucking great-grandparents and great-grandparents even made motherfucking jelly was because it's a preserve that you don't have to motherfucking goddamn refrigerate. Now, check this out. The one thing that people do now is they use the same, and maybe not everybody, right? But like, when you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, do you use the same motherfucking knife for the peanut butter and the jelly? Right? You know what I'm saying? Because if you put some jelly in the peanut butter, it'll probably get moldy, but it's just to the jelly, so you can get it out. But if you put peanut butter in the fucking jelly and you don't refrigerate it, that motherfucker will go south immediately, right? And so like that's another thing. Like, like city folks use the same utensil because they don't have to keep it separate because they put it in, whether you use a knife or a spoon or whatever. But you see what I'm saying? Jelly and jam, I think, are technically different, but you'd have to ask somebody's grandmother who makes it. And I think it has to maybe do with the type of pectin you use. There's animal pectin and there's plant pectin, and I don't know. I don't make jelly, but like my whole life I fucking picked berries and rosehip petals and all the shit, so all the old ladies could make jelly. You know what I mean? So, but I wish I make fruit roll-ups a lot, which is kind of it's a process. You take all your berries or whatever and you smash them up and you add sugar and then you boil it down into a real thick syrup and then you spread it out on your wax paper and let it dry and you make a fruit roll-up. I used to make that. And that's like, if you do that and then do a couple more things, you can make jelly. But you know what I mean? So, is jelly without fruit? So 250 years ago in the American West, there was no such thing as jelly, is what you're saying. Because what would you make without fruit? Oh, are you saying it's like made out of like mint, like it's mint leaves, or we used to have a jelly in Alaska called rosehip jelly, and if anybody ever sees rosehip jam or rosehip jelly, fucking taste that. That's the best fucking jelly on this planet. It's the best jelly I've ever fucking had, and I've had it all. I've picked every goddamn berry on the North American continent that I'm aware of, so I don't know, but try that. Also, Mayhaw is a jelly from down here in the South. I think it's from like Mississippi or Louisiana. And that's an amazing fucking jelly too. Mayhaw, spelled just like it sounds. Yeah, we could talk about all kinds of shit, you guys. I mean, whatever. I'm a young man and I'm still in my prime, but I realize I fucking seen some shit, motherfucker. Jelly is a dessert. Yeah. And like you put it in your donut and stuff. It's not a dessert here. It's like I think traditionally I would think of it as like a power food. In the morning you want your coffee and your biscuit and your jelly, so you need your sugar and your whatever, your glucose, glycol. You need all that shit to get going. I think that's probably what they look at it as in this country. There's a lot of cool foods like that. Superfoods are great. During the Vietnam conflict with America, the North Vietnamese soldiers carried, I can't remember what my dad said they called it, but so they carried this little thing that was like a hockey puck size, and it was rice with fish oil, and it was compressed, I guess, into this really hard brick, and they carried it in rice paper, and it was like their survival. Like, you could nibble off of that, and you could live off quite a long time by just eating a little bit of that, right? And like in Alaska, we have that too, like bear grease. If you eat bear grease, you will fucking freak out, and because you will feel high, especially the first time. Smoked salmon from Alaska, if you eat too much of it the first time, like, because I've given it to people who weren't raised with it, and it'll make you fucking high. And like it's got shit in it that's just will blow your mind. I don't even know what you call it, but it's like a drug. It is like a drug. But so I think of things like that, you know. One time I was younger, and I was in the middle of nowhere, and I lived 14 straight days off of a couple handfuls of dog food. I was not in Alaska. I was in a different state doing like I don't know what you call it. I wouldn't call it a retreat. Lak likes to go out and do fucking crazy shit sometimes. I have kids now, so I don't do it as much, but Lak will go out in the fucking wilderness with a goddamn ounce of fucking and a fucking Bowie knife and stay out there for 2 fucking weeks. You know, we used to do that all the time. We'll have some cool stories about shit. I just got a 10% low battery, so I'm gonna let everyone go because I don't want to fade to black without being able to say I fucking appreciate everyone here, and I appreciate. You guys don't. There are not words, okay? If there's anything I can ever do or help out with or whatever, you know, and like it don't gotta be fucking toy related, you know? It can be anything related. Let Lak know. And like, hey, thanks for lacking around. And you know, I guess there's no real reason. I'll make you guys look at the goddamn whoa, that's bright. I make you guys look at the goddamn bullshit, and I could have been sitting here talking to you like this. How about that? So remember to like, share, and subscribe. Gilster, the Ultimate Wolf, Lobot, Duffman, Blue, Baz, Rolando, holy fucking shit, the Cosmic, motherfucking Maniac Adventures in Mexico, Peter. There's so many people. See, it's a bad habit to start naming people because you will forget somebody. I will forget somebody, and then, you know, fuck. You know what I mean? Dylan, see? I almost forgot Dylan. Why would I forget Dylan? That was fucking bullshit. Why would I forget Dylan? You know, holy shit. Forgive me, Dylan. I'm glad you said something. But you see what I mean? Me and Dylan are tight, and I would never snub him. And I totally forgot. And I forgot Geek Strong. And I forgot Tam and Bell. God damn, sons. See what I'm saying? It's never good to fucking start listing people unless you've made a list. Geek Strong, you know I love you, brother. And Blue and... oh, my God. Oh, don't unsubscribe. I'm making something for Dylan. It's not all... It's not... It ain't there yet, okay? So don't be mad. It's kind of complicated, actually. Not complicated, but it's a new horizon. I'm very excited, and I'm excited, so fuck it. Gwaz, Gwaz. The one problem, Gwaz. I heard Mark say your name once, and I made a note of it. Gwaz. That's one problem, is I don't know how to say your fucking name. And that's not your fault. That's probably because Lak's fucking stupid. My granddad couldn't even read or write, and he owned his own fucking business, made a lot of money, but he couldn't read or write. So, forgive me. Forgive me. I'm going to go now because I don't want to run out of battery and be rude. Take your time. I want it to be epic. Yes, no, it will be epic. Oh, it will be epic. Oh, it will be epic. Oh, believe you me, sir. I think you can tell, like, fucking Lak. Fucking Lak tries to not be anything but epic, bro. I mean, sometimes it takes a while to get there, you know? Hey, don't be afraid to cut your fucking figures up. I've heard people say that, you know, like, oh, man, you know, I would have done that, but it you know, I was nervous. And like, it's some plastic bullshit, you know? Fuck it. Cut that shit up. Fucking have a good time. Lobot, I love you, brother. Lobot, are you going to make a Lobot custom, or do you want me to do it? Because I'm happy either way. Either way. Either way. But just let me know. I don't have a Lobot. Hey, I also need some Power of the Force 2 Vaders. If anybody, those should be fairly cheap, and they can be loose. They don't need the cape. I need the bodies. Because that's my Toklat mercenary group. You know, which you guys have seen. But I need some more of those. Live long and prosper. I'm going to let everybody go because I'm going to run out of battery. I got to go see what's going on in the rest of the mothership. You think I'd have something cute to say, but I don't. So just drink this in. Next time I'll shave because I'm pretty handsome. And if you doubt that, check out my OnlyFans. Anyway, hey, rock out with your cock out, everybody. I'm going to let y'all go. Peter, Playmobil for the win. Peter, I'm going to be like Peter, and I'm going to hunt around for the button, and the end of the show is going to be being like this. See, you thought it was over, but it wasn't. That was awful. I still get pussy, though, for as ugly as I am. I get pussy. How about that? Anyway, probably not after this show, but I'm going to let everybody go. I give you the Bobby Justin salute. My friend Bobby Justin. I love him to death. I hope he's not dead, but he... apparently. Low key. You do it low key, I guess. But so that's the Indian Bobby Justin salute. That's what that means. And it's fucking from the heart, and it's deep. But I think that's where it came from, because he was like an actual tunnel rat, my buddy Bobby Justin, which is strange because he's like 6'4". Try a potato. For what? Just like Jesus. Jesus was a fucking superhero. Did you know that? Jesus was a fucking superhero. There's a lot of superheroes that don't get no. Yeah, that's my thing. Yeah, it is. That's my Peter. That's not my Peter. Whoa! I'm glad. Hey, we're having a good time. Let's fucking do this again sometime in the future. I'm not going to put any kind of schedule on it because, motherfucker, I'm on Indian time. No schedule here. And that's why I am the commander of the mothership. Thank you for being with us, for completing this fucking General Lak Sivrak. And thank you for being here to put together the bottom half of whoever this is going to be. You want to be drinking that? You want me to be drinking or you to be drinking? I need to get a coffee pot or something. I'm going to let everybody go. You guys are fucking cool. We could sit here and talk. Y'all think about what the fuck y'all want to bullshit about next time, because I can ramble about almost anything. Almost anything. I dare you to fucking I don't dare you to stump me, because there's shit like I couldn't tell you much about quantum physics, right? So, but if you explain to me quantum physics for a minute, I bet you I could have some fucking goddamn theories about it. Consultation is what I do for a living, actually. So anything you need done better, let me know. That's what I do for a fucking living. Like, no shit. No matter what you do, I can make it better, more cost efficient, more time efficient, cut down on your tooling cost. Pretty much anything you do, any business you're in, I can make it better. So remember, everybody, I'm going to plug my phone in, but this is me telling you to unplug, and don't let those motherfuckers tell you what you need to think. Always, always think for yourself. Always remember you are your own person. But always at the same time remember that we are also all one. Do you dig what I'm saying? Do you dig what I'm saying? Bananas and pigs? Fucking bananas and pigs. Do you think that's why there's more people here than are talking? Because if there's more people in your fucking chat, if there's more people in your chat than are talking, by a few, you're being spied on. What the fuck? But fuck them. I don't give a shit. Fuck those people. Anyway, drink it in. Drink it in. Drink all this fucking... I gotta go. Best sign-off ever. 30-minute sign-off. Here's a quick video. 30 minutes later. Hey, motherfuckers. This is Lak Sivrak, the one and only, the original Alaskan assassin, telling you motherfuckers, you rock. Don't fucking stop doing what you're doing. I won't stop doing what I'm doing. We will... Do you dig it? I knew that you could. Lak out.